Continuing your broadcast.
Hello everyone, and I just want to tell you about my adventures over the last couple of days. Last week I started back at Fresno City College, and one of the perks of Fresno City College for students is we can buy a bus pass, which is for $5 for the whole semester. Now compare that to $25 for a whole month, nearly $7,500 for the spring semester. So I knew before Christmas where the buses would run, but over the Christmas break, Fresno Area Transit actually changed the bus routes, and my bus, instead of going the normal route, actually now takes a route up round by River Park, and that also then links it in with a system that they call the Q bus, which is a quick bus, supposedly quick bus, which runs directly from River Park downtown, but on the way actually passes within 5-minute walk of my college. If I took my old bus route, which was to get the 34 loop around north, then head south again downtown, then change downtown to a 28 bus, which would then drop me conveniently at that time on the side of the campus where my classes were before Christmas. Now my classes are on the other side of the campus. Rather than being on the Van Ness side, they're now on the Blackstone side, actually across the railway track as well. So the Q bus would drop me 5 minutes walk rather than me having to walk 15 minutes through the campus and then back to my classroom. So yesterday I decided I would go and try out the new route and find out where my regular bus actually goes. So I had a word with the driver, and they said, "Oh, you need to get off on Blackstone. That's where the two routes coincide." And I said, "Right, fine. Can you tell me where to get off?" Not really, not quite those words, but anyway, went up to Blackstone. Bus driver pulls up and says, "This is your bus stop." I said, so getting off, I said, "Does the Q bus stop here, or does it? Do I have to go to another stop?" She says, "Oh no, the Q bus going south to the college is on the other side of Blackstone." Well, here my heart stopped, because anyone who is familiar with Fresno will know that Blackstone is actually a 8-lane highway. Trucks, cars, all racing one another up and down, and it is a complete nightmare to cross. So I walked down to the nearest crosswalk, which was at Blackstone and El Paso, and took a look at the traffic how it moved, because being unfamiliar with a crossing, the best thing to do when you're blind is just step back, wait, listen to several cycles of a set of traffic lights, so then you're familiar with how the traffic works. And from this I gathered that the El Paso traffic turning left came out at the same time as the traffic turning left going the opposite direction of El Paso, but traffic turning left going westbound were also coming through at the same time as and turning left to head south were coming through for longer, and so it was rather confusing and dangerous, because now I knew that traffic would be turning left coming from behind me from my right side and moving very, very fast at times, because people were not stopping to make that left turn. Anyway, Leif and I managed to cross. We almost saw one man run over by a car turning right from Blackstone to El Paso. As he was most of the way across, he got to almost to the right turn lane, and the car in the right turn lane just didn't want to wait, spun his wheels and jerks forward, and then also almost hit a man who was crossing El Paso as well. So, how much am I looking forward to crossing this road right now? So eventually I decided, must do it, go across, find the bus. So I did, and then I had a word with the driver over there. He said, "Oh no, that's quite right. This is it's the only way that the two link, and that no, you can't go north from here. You have to cross." And so I rode the bus, and eventually it took about, the total journey time from home to the college took about an hour. Would be about an hour and 50 minutes if I got my old bus route and then had to walk through the college. And I was pretty glum, because I do not want to be, a statistic. I am not roadkill in waiting. So I then thought overnight, and I thought, right, I'll go and do it again this time. This time I'll do it a different way. I had the idea that since I knew that where the stop was, where I'd got off the 34, it was near Michael's, and I knew that Michael's was just across the parking lot from Target. I get the 34 all the way to Target, then walk back through the other side of River Park to where I have an idea that there is another Q stop, this time going north on the right side for me, means I don't have to cross Blackstone. So this morning, Leif and I left at about 9:30, and we got on the 34 just before 10 o'clock. 20 past 10, we were dropping off at Target, walked through River Park, all on nice, easy back streets, sidewalks most of the way, shopping area traffic, some shared services, but on the whole, fairly good. Anyway, we got to the Q bus stop northbound, got on the bus, and that, no problem. The driver didn't say anything that we couldn't get on the bus. Drove around the corner. At the start of the loop, they have a break period, which is fine. I don't mind. Anything that stops me being roadkill. That is my motto in life these days. So we eventually follow the bus route round, goes back down south, and we then end up at the college about an hour and 30 minutes after leaving home. So that's good. We're now an hour and 30 minutes, beats an hour and 50 minutes, 5-minute walk to my classroom, which means, guess what? I can get to school quicker. Mind you, if I have to get to school quicker and use that route, rather than being driven by Darcy in the morning, which means I get dropped off at school at 6:45 a.m. I would have to leave home at about 7:15 a.m. at the latest in order to get into class by 9:15. So not much difference on the leaving time, but now at least I know there are some benefits and I can use the bus to get to and from school. So that's it. The moral of this story is, yes, take advice from other people. Yes, the bus drivers did their best. The problem is, though, they are thinking, oh, well, he wants to get downtown quicker, or to college quicker. So therefore, the quickest route would be, for me, as a bus driver, I would cross over Blackstone and, it's fine. There's no problem. For me, I'm thinking Blackstone, 8 lanes of potential me being roadkill, forget it. And so in the end, what you have to do is you work through a problem, start with what would be the ideal solution, try it out, take the advice, do what you can do, but then if that doesn't work, don't give up, just go back, have the solution, the final end goal in sight, keep on with aiming for the solution, and eventually you might actually find another way. I am not ignoring the advice of the bus drivers. The bus drivers were very, very helpful, and their advice was faulty. Not wrong, but faulty. And so today I went back, found the solution to the problem. Okay, it means I have to walk. What is the problem with walking? I need to walk. And, it looks good now. I've done a couple of miles on my steps. So, anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best. And Happy New Year. Excuse me. Happy New Year to anyone who I haven't wished Happy New Year to. Bye.